Declares Delight for Life. I'd like to welcome you to The Sensible Lady. I'm the CEO and co founder of Declares Delight for Life. And we put the sensible and sensible and help you declutter the clutter in your life. I know for a lot of folks out there, we're talking about, you know, how do you have purpose in a filled life? For a lot of folks, that's a big question, you know, a feeling, a reason for existence. You know, I talk about, my story and where I've been and how much I've been through. But I've always gone throughout my life and wondered why things are the way they are. And it's not always an easy question to ask why things happen to you or how things happen in your life or how you go about finding your purpose. But, one of the big things I can say is that when you look at the different events in your life and how things have happened, some of the things I do find is that I've had different stages throughout my life, and without different stages throughout my life, I have found my purposes have changed or I've had to repurpose myself. I know for a lot of you folks out there that may be a little confusing. What I think one of the biggest factors in deciding, what your purpose is in life is, you know, what what do you really want out of life? What is your feeling for a reason for existence? To me, that's huge. And what I like to let you know is that a decluttering into new you helps you find your purpose in life, and that's a biggie. And I just want to let you know about that offer because it will help you with your purpose and even more as we go along the way and what we have to offer to you. But I'm not all here about that either. But what I'm here about is helping you determine your purpose because I know for me, purpose in my life has meant a lot, especially as I've gone through things in my recovery and what I've been through in my life. I've always felt, like I've always had to put one foot in front of the other. And one of the things I have realized is that I had a survivor's mentality, and I don't have to have a survivor's mentality anymore because I do have purpose. I do know what I want out of life. And for a lot of folks out there, they don't have any understanding, about purpose in their life. I know for it can be very confusing to try to figure out your purpose in life. You wonder, how do I do it? The what for? Can it happen to me that I can have purpose? Do I have to stay at a dead end job? Do I get more education? You know, do I have purpose being a mom or a father or whatever you choose to be? You know, a lot of it depends up to you on whether or not you decide what you're doing has purpose and a meaning to you. And there's also more to purpose than that. You've got to feel it down in your soul. You got to feel it down in your spirit. You got to feel it in your whole being about who you are and what you are about. You can't just sit there and say, well, I got this purpose and that's what life is all about. For me, having a purpose statement in my life helps giving me a guiding light. You may wonder what a purpose statement is. To me, it's a one to three sentence thing I have for myself that gives me guiding light on the where, the what for about my life. It it is revised from time to time as things grow in change. And I would definitely think about doing a purpose statement for yourself, because it goes a long way to helping you determine, what things mean the most about in your life. You, I know I'm throwing a lot at you in a short period of time here, but I want you to think about all I've said so far. And I'm going to go through probably some recapping as I move along here, because how to have purpose in a purpose filled life is so much more. I look at my doggie Anne, my beagle. For me, her purpose as far as my life, to me, she fills me with comfort. She's very loving, she's very kind. She looks at me with her puppy eyes, and she, I think, also feels like she has a purpose too, to realize that, by loving me and I love her, that she has a sense of meaning. I know that some people don't feel that animals have feelings, but I look at her sometimes and realize that, you know, she can look sad. I've seen her not be so happy. And I take her out and get her going and all sorts of things. And you may wonder everything why I'm talking about this in purpose. I'm trying to give you some simple idea about what purpose is. You know, the purpose between me and my doggie is that she provides comfort to me and I provide comfort to her. She went through abuse with my ex-husband, who threw her against walls. And she was a very mean doggie afterwards. She wanted to bite everybody. She didn't want to love anybody. I took a whole year of loving her just to get her out of her shell, but with lots of love and kindness. And we all need that as far as our purpose too, to have people love and have kindness and compassion towards us to help us in our own purpose. And in doing so, in me giving her that love and kindness, she turned it into a different doggie. She decluttered into a new you. She is different. She's not the same dog. I mean, she can go up to people and people love her. She's sweet as pie. I mean, people want me to put her to sleep because of what she had done. But not anymore. She makes everybody feel warm and fuzzy. She's kind, compassionate, because I was kind and compassionate to you. We all need kindness and compassionate and love in determining our purpose, because when you have that, you can make a lot of change in your life too. Because a lot of times when we determine our purpose in life, we have to find ways of making a lot of change happen. And that's a biggie. And what I want you to think about too is that when you do think about making change and things happen in your life, I want you to think about, is things going on in your life difficult? Is are you able to look outside your own box in your life? Are you able to look for opportunities instead of no opportunity in your life? Can you make your own choices? Can you make your own whatevers? Then what is your purpose in life? To me, I would always wonder, what that's about. I can't say enough about purpose, because for me, purpose gives me who I am and decides and makes me feel wanted, makes me feel like what I'm doing is worthwhile, like coming to you each night with decluttering. And decluttering and sharing my life with you, because I find that's part of my purpose too, to share my life with you, and that hopefully you can learn from some of my mistakes, some of what I've been through, some of my knowledge. I'm 54 years old. I have to admit, I've been through a lot in my life. I've learned a lot. I've also learned a lot of life lessons. But the things I have found is that I've been able to declutter into a new you in many different aspects in my life, and that's a biggie. And you know, how can you go about decluttering into a new you? How can you go about finding your purpose in life? I want you to stop and think about all that. That's a biggie. When you can stop and think about whether or not you want to have that kind of purpose in your life, and that life is too short to realize that we all need purpose in life. And I want you all to think about that. And with that, I wish you a great Declarer's Delight for life. Have hope, have peace and tranquility, and hope and love. And let there be a light in your eyes. And I'll see you back here tomorrow night with another principle of life. And let there be a light in your eyes. Let you find your purpose in life. And let there be everything and things. But I also want to leave you and let you know that you can have decluttering tips if you messenger me on Facebook or send me an email at ddflrocks@gmail.com. Or I'm also going to leave you with 3 important questions that you can ask yourself that should help you, I would think, determine your own purpose in life. And I'm hopefully that they are a big help to you. 1, how do you see yourself in your life? 2, how important are your life decisions in your life? What kind of decisions are you making in your life right now? And 3, how do you carry out those decisions? And do you carry them out effectively? Think of all those 3 questions. And then I want you to come up with a purpose statement. And if you can do all that, you'll have a lot of purpose in your life. And blessings to you all.